Is it a bad movie, Morbius? Let's talk about it. So, on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics have basically sunk and taken down below this movie, given the worst reviews ever. But the fans have come to rescue and they have given, well, at least some fresh tomatoes, 64%, uh, depending on when you are watching this review. There will be spoilers, so please be aware of this. But is it bad? So we need to talk about the plot. Dr. Michael Morbius is a successful scientist who even, well, rejects the Nobel Prize for medicine for creating artificial blood that has saved millions of lives, because basically he thinks it's only an adaptation of the real blood. But anyway, so he really wants to save humankind and he wants to find a cure for his rare disease, which leads him to find an antidote in bats from a part of Costa Rica. This has its effects and improves, well, his health, but at the same time he becomes a vampire, and his colleague Dr. Martin Bancroft survives just by a little from that experiment on overseas, well, lab. We might call it a lab on the overseas. It's on a boat, okay? So Michael Morbius kills a lot of bad guys over there. So likewise, Milo, his friend who shares his illness, discovers what happened to Morbius, and when Morbius isolates himself to avoid harming the people, Milo takes advantage and takes the serum that turns him into a vampire. And after a series of obstacles, Morbius manages to create an antidote to stop his friend Milo, and at the same time transforms Dr. Bancroft into a vampire as well, just to prevent her from dying. Conclusions. Well, it's not a bad movie, but it's not the best film in the Arachnid universe either. Its tone is dark and it seems like a horror movie, like pieces of the film that will not seem to fit with any of the Spider-Man universes that we know. Even Morbius jokes about being called Venom, but we don't know if it's Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock's Venom or which version he's referring to. The movie isn't perfect, but it's an interesting adaptation of Morbius' origin story that I think it's worthwhile. Now let's talk about the post-credit scenes. The Vulture, basically the first post-credit scene, is transported to the Morbius universe into a prison cell. Now, this is made with the universe cracking like in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. In the first scene, and it seems that he will be released because on that universe he didn't commit any crimes. In the second scene, the Vulture meets with Morbius on the desert, I guess, or I don't know what location is that, but anyway, outside the city, and tries to recruit him because apparently, well, he tells Morbius that he went to that universe and had something to do with Spider-Man, and it seems that he wants to go against Spider-Man, but we don't know which Spider-Man it is. So at the end, Morbius says, well, that's intriguing, and regarding the proposal, and that's it. So maybe the Sinister Six origin story has come to life, we don't know. What do you think about it? Share your thoughts down below. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. And Paul, this was Polyphenom. See you the next time. Bye.